यमुना तीरा वनचारी यमुना तीरा वनचारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 जय राधा श्याम सुंदर राधा श्याम सुंदर राधा श्याम सुंदर राधे राधे राधा श्याम सुंदर राधे जय कृष्ण बलराम जय कृष्ण बलराम जय कृष्ण बलराम जय गौरनिताय जय गौरनिताय जय श्रील प्रभुपाद जय प्रभुपाद जय श्रील प्रभुपाद जय ओम विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य अष्टोत्तर श्रीमद् डिवाइन ग्रेस अभय चरणारविंद भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। जय ओम विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य अष्टोत्तर श्रीमद् डिवाइन ग्रेस श्रील भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती ठाकुर गोस्वामी प्रभुपाद की जय। अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय। नामाचार्य श्रील हरिदास ठाकुर की जय। प्रेम से कहिए श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद की जय। श्री श्री राधा कृष्ण गोप गोपीनाथ श्याम कुंड राधा कुंड गिरि गोवर्धन की जय। ब्रज भूमि श्री वृंदावन धाम की जय। मायापुर श्री नवद्वीप धाम की जय। पुरुषोत्तम क्षेत्र श्री जगन्नाथपुरी धाम की जय। श्री गंगा देवी की जय। श्री यमुना देवी की जय। श्री भक्ति देवी की जय। श्री तुलसी महारानी की जय। कलयुग पावन श्री हरिनाम संकीर्तन की जय। हरे कृष्ण महामंत्र की जय। निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे। All glories to assembled devotees, all glories to assembled devotees, all glories to assembled devotees, all glories, all glories, all glories to Shri Guru and Shri Gauranga. ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपः कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं। नमः ॐ विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्तस्वामिन्निति नामिने। नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा। So welcome to this Srimad Bhagavatam session, where today we are going to discuss Canto 10, Chapter 55, text number 11 to 40. So the chapter is entitled The History of Pradyumna. So I seek all of your blessings so that we can discuss some glories of Krishna and Krishna's associates. So this is text 11. We are reading text 11 and then I am going to summarize, because till 40 it is the rest of the chapter. So tam aha bhagavān kārṣṇir mātaste matir anyathā mātṛ-bhāvam atikramya vartase kāminī yathā tāmāha bhagavān kārṣṇir mātaste matir anyathā mātṛ-bhāvam atikramya vartase kāminī yathā tāmāha bhagavān kārṣṇir mātaste matir anyathā mātṛ-bhāvam atikramya vartase kāminī yathā। tāmāha bhagavān kārṣṇir mattastes matir anyathā. mātṛ-bhāvam atikramya vartase kāminī yathā. tāmāha bhagavān kārṣṇir mātaste matir anyathā. mātṛ-bhāvam atikramya vartase kāminī yathā. tāmāha bhagavān kārṣṇir mātaste matir anyathā. mātṛ-bhāvam atikramya vartase kāminī yathā. Tam, to her, aha, said, Bhagavān, the Lord, kārṣṇiḥ, Pradyumna, mātaḥ, O mother, te, your, matiḥ, attitude, anyathā, otherwise, mātṛ-bhāvam, the mood or affection of a mother, atikramya, overstepping, vartase, you are acting, kāminī, a girlfriend, yathā, like. Translation: Lord Pradyumna told her, this is Rati, whom he is telling, O mother, your attitude has changed. You are overstepping the proper feelings of a mother and behaving like a lover. So since we are discussing the entire chapter, I am going to just briefly explain the background and what's going to happen in future till the end of the chapter. And it is really important to get the feelings of Pradyumna when he says this, and how to understand it with the proper standpoint of Siddhanta and Rasa, so that we don't misunderstand this delicate subject matter. So what has happened is Rukmini Devi, first of all, the chapter begins with explaining how Krishna begets Pradyumna in the womb of Shri Rukmini Devi. And then as soon as he is born, within 10 days, like after he is 6 days old, one demon called Shambhara, he kidnaps that little boy Pradyumna, and because he knows previously that this is his enemy, so he kidnaps that boy and tries to drown him in the ocean. So he reaches where his, cradle, where he is lying down, and in the form of a dhatri or a nurse. So this demon takes the form of a nurse so that nobody recognizes him, just like something like Putana did. Similar, the history repeats. So whatever happened to Krishna is now happening to Shambharasur, to Pradyumna through Shambharasur. And so he kidnaps this child and tries to drown him in the ocean, but one big fish eats in a sense, swallows this Pradyumna, and he is caught by fishermen and handed over to Shambhara again, and who has employed Rati as his cook. So she finds the cooks find Pradyumna in the stomach of the fish, and they bring him to her, and she recognized that this is my husband. Because the earlier story goes like this. This Kamadev or Cupid, he is burnt by the third eye of Lord Shiva. And this Cupid is burnt, he has no body, and his wife is lamenting that, oh, my husband has lost his body, I have to await till he receives the next body. And here Shambharasur also prays to Lord Shiva that I am attracted to this rati. So this is how the demoniac mentality works. Aham bhogi, aham karta, I am enjoyer, that kind of thing. So he doesn't consider that this rati is already belonging to Cupid. So Lord Shiva gives the benediction, all right, I will give you the benediction that she will stay at your house. Okay. But then Rati also prays to Lord Shiva, what about my chastity? Like, I am dedicated to Cupid. So Lord Shiva says, I give you the benediction that by power of illusion, Shambhara will never touch you, although you are staying in his house. So that is how she ends up as a cook employed by Shambhara. And she is waiting for this Cupid to get another form. Now interestingly, Pradyumna is the expansion of Krishna. Like we know the Chaturvyuha, Vasudeva, Sankarsana, Pradyumna and Aniruddha. So in Dwarka, the original Vrajendra Nandan Krishna expands into many expansions. In Dwarka, he expands into Vasudeva, Sankarsana, Pradyumna, Aniruddha, Chaturvyuha. All four are Vishnu Tattva. So Sankarsana, Pradyumna and Aniruddha, they are respectively serving as brother of Krishna, son of Krishna and grandson of Krishna. So they are eternal associates of Krishna. So our acharyas explain, these newcomers like Cupid, they take shelter of the eternal associates like Pradyumna, and their soul is lodged into their body by allowance of Pradyumna. So one eternal pastime is going on by its own way, but sometimes the practitioner souls or the conditioned souls or jivas, they sometimes by their some sukriti get the opportunity to be lodged in the body of the eternal associates. Okay. So this Cupid takes shelter in the form of Pradyumna, and therefore sometimes Pradyumna is interchangeably called as Kama, and Kama is interchangeably called as Pradyumna. But these two are two separate personalities within the same form. The main host is Pradyumna, and the, what is it called, tenant? He is, that is Kamadev, or Cupid, mundane Cupid. Okay. And he being the expansion of, both being expansion of Krishna. So Pradyumna being spiritual expansion of Krishna, and as his son, and Kamadeva being material expansion of Krishna. Kandarpa Koti Lavanye, like Krishna is Kandarpa Koti, beautiful as millions of Cupid. Same is true for Gauranga Mahaprabhu. Saundarya Kama Koti, Sakala Jana Samal Ladane Chandra Koti. About Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu it is mentioned. Saundarya Kama Koti. In beauty, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is like millions of Cupid and more than that actually. So one Cupid churns the hearts of all living entities. Then if we are attracted to Madan Mohan or Shyam Sundar or the original transcendental Cupid, then automatically our lower taste will go away. That's what Krishna mentions, right? Rasa-varjam rasopyasya param drishtva nivartate. Like when we have the higher taste, the lower taste, Srila Prabhupada writes in the purport, one will lose taste for pale things, he writes. That means these things are very pale, the material things. One who tastes the beauty of Krishna during one's advancement in Krishna consciousness loses taste for all the pale material things. Like that Prabhupada writes. So very hope-giving Prabhupada is writing. He is not writing at the end of devotional service, one will taste the beauty of Krishna. What does he write? During the advancement of Krishna consciousness, one will keep tasting Krishna's beauty, and then one will not be afflicted by Cupid, the material Cupid. All right, so coming back to the pastime. So this Rati, who is actually raising this child, so-called child, Pradyumna, as as a matter of raising him so that he comes to a proper age, so that she can again express her conjugal affection towards him. But another nurse tells Pradyumna that, oh, she is taking care of you as a nurse, like that. So therefore, Pradyumna, although he is omniscient, he is behaving as if he is ignorant that Rati is his eternal wife, and therefore he is thinking that she is my nurse, so nurse should be taken as a mother. So in that sense, he is speaking this verse that, oh mother, your attitude has changed, because Pradyumna grows up and this Rati starts showing a conjugal affection towards him, which is very natural because Cupid is her husband. And as we said, Pradyumna can be now interchangeably used with the Cupid. Okay. So, by the way, Pradyumna's own energy is not this mundane Rati also. This is Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur clarifies. His own eternal wife is Aniruddha's mother. You see, Pradyumna, the eternal associate of Krishna, his eternal energy is Aniruddha's mother, who is Pradyumna's real wife. But since Cupid is lodged into his form, as a formality he is accepting, or let's say Cupid within him is accepting Rati as his wife. Is it too complicated? No, right? Yeah. Yeah. Yes. So now we'll complete the entire pastime. So from text 12 onwards, Rati then clarifies to Pradyumna that no, I am not your mother. I was just raising you as a nurse because I had to, till you grow up to adulthood or Kishore age. So she says, she tells the backstory to him and says that I am Rati, I am your legitimate wife. So don't be frowned by this new behavior towards you. So then she says that, okay, then the pastime moves forward. That demon Shambhara threw you in the sea when you were not even 10 days old, and a fish swallowed you. Then in this very place we recovered you from the fish's abdomen. Interestingly, she keeps calling him master, like, you know. Now kill this dreadful Shambhara, your formidable enemy. Although he knows hundreds of magic spells, you can defeat him with bewildering magic and other techniques. So she is kind of reminding him the techniques to defeat this Shambhara. Your poor mother, who is Rukmini Devi, having lost her child, cries for you like Kurari bird. She is overwhelmed with love for her child, just like a cow that has lost her calf. Then Shukadeva Goswami continues, speaking thus, Mayavati, who is Rati, Rati's another name is Mayavati, gave to the great soul Pradyumna the mystic knowledge called Mahamaya, which vanquishes all other deluding spells. And like that, I'm just moving forward. So, because I wanted to discuss something related to rasa and uddipana. So, which will come further in the pastime. So, Pradyumna defeats Shambhara very easily. Then along with Rati, this Pradyumna goes back to Dwarka, where all the mothers and grandmother, grandfather, everybody is waiting for him, because all of them were really concerned where did the child go, like for so many years. All right, so all these queens of Krishna, they see this Pradyumna. This is text 27-28. Okay, so they see this Pradyumna. Tam drushtva jaladashyamam. The description of Pradyumna is given. very much like that of Krishna. Jaladashyamam, bluish, blackish beauty like that of monsoon cloud. Pita Kausheya Vasasam, he was also wearing yellow garments, golden garments. Pralamba Bahum, his hands reached his knees. So that's one of the Mahapurusha Lakshanam, the Ajanu Lambita Bhujao Kanakavadhatau. We have that for Gauranga Nityananda. Their hands reach their knees. Tamraksham, very beautiful reddish tinged eyes. Susmitam, very enchanting smile. Ruchirananam, very beautiful face. Swalankrita Mukham Bhojam, and very beautifully decorated lotus face. Neela Vakala Kalibhi. So decorated by the, what is it called? The hair kind of falling on his face, like very beautifully decorating, encircling his face. Krishna Matva Striyo Rita Nililyus Tatra Tatraha. So they thought, oh, Krishna has come. They mistook him for Krishna. And they became shy. So at that time, his mother Rukmini, she came at that spot and she saw Pradyumna with his newly wedded wife, Rati. And Rukmini Devi, her natural motherly affection comes out and milk starts flowing from her body. And she exclaims, "Who is this lotus-eyed jewel among men? What man's son is he?" This is text 31. "And what woman carried him in her womb?" So she carried him in her womb, but naturally these maternal type of feelings are automatically coming. Whose son is he? Who is his mother? Like that she is asking. And then she says, "If my lost son, who was kidnapped from the maternity room, were still alive somewhere, he would be of the same age and appearance as this young man." Then she is saying, "But how is it that this young man so much resembles my own Lord Krishna, the wielder of Sharanga, in his bodily form and his limbs, and in his gait, and the tone of his voice, and in his smiling glances? Yes, he must be the same child I born in my womb." Same child I born in my womb. I bore in my womb. So it's a natural affection of mother bursting out, and without even any other evidence, she is immediately able to recognize that this is my son. Okay, so that's very natural for a mother. And she's saying, "My left arm is quivering." That's a good sign for females or for ladies. It's auspicious omen or something. So like that she conjectured in this way, Lord Krishna, the son of Devaki, arrived on the scene along with Vasudeva and Devaki. All others also came in. And although Krishna knew everything, he kept silent. And then, when the women of Lord Krishna's palace heard this most amazing account, they joyfully greeted Pradyumna, who had been lost for many years, but who had now returned as if from the dead. So all the family members are very happy. Devaki, Vasudeva, Krishna, Balaram, and all the women of palace, especially Queen Rukmini, embraced the young couple and they rejoiced. And the Dwarka Vasis, they are exclaiming, last two verses, hearing that lost Pradyumna had come home, the residents of Dwarka declared, "Ah, Providence has allowed this child to return as if from death." And now, text 40, which is a little sensitive verse, and we'll try to understand it from the point of view of Bhakti Rasamrit Sindhu. And Srila Prabhupada's purport here. Yam vai muhu pitru sarupa nijesha bhavas tanmataro yada bhajan raharudha bhavaha chitram na tat khalu ramaspada bimba bimbe kame smareksha vishaye kimutanya naryaha. Translation and purport has Srila Prabhupada's quotes. So we can say purport by Srila Prabhupada and his great disciples. Translation. It is not astonishing that the palace woman who should have felt maternal affection for Pradyumna. Why? Because all of them are queens of Krishna, so naturally they are mothers of Pradyumna. Privately felt ecstatic attraction for him as if he were their own lord. After all, the son exactly resembled his father. Indeed, Pradyumna was a perfect reflection of the beauty of Krishna, the shelter of goddess of fortune, and appeared before their eyes as Cupid himself. Since even those on the level of his mother felt conjugal attraction for him, then what to speak of how other women felt when they saw him? Purport. As Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur explains, whenever the palace women saw Sri Pradyumna, they immediately remembered their Lord Sri Krishna. Srila Prabhupada comments as follows in Krishna book. Srila Shukadeva Goswami has explained that in the beginning, all the residents of the palace, who were all mothers and stepmothers of Pradyumna, mistook him to be Krishna and were all bashful, infected by the desire for conjugal love. The explanation is that Pradyumna's personal appearance was exactly like Krishna's and he was factually Cupid himself. There was no cause of astonishment, therefore, when the mothers of Pradyumna and other women mistook him in that way. This particular thing is called uddipana. We will take that concept once we start discussing about this verse. So they mistook Pradyumna for Krishna. They were bashful. It is clear from the statement that Pradyumna's bodily characteristics were so similar to Krishna's that he was mistaken to be Krishna even by his mothers. Okay. So, Jai Shri Prabhupada ki. So we'll try to understand this from the point of view of rasa theory explained in Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu in details by Srila Rupa Goswami Pad. So, it should be noted that our acharyas are commenting. Srila Prabhupada is commenting, Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur is commenting, and also Sri Nath Chakravarti who wrote Chaitanya Mata Manjusha commentary on this. All of them are mentioning that do not misunderstand this verse thinking that how could mothers feel conjugal attraction towards Pradyumna, because it's a rasa-abhasa. You know what is rasa-abhasa? Rasa means mellow or the mood. And in plain words, rasa-abhasa means mood off. Like putting some salt in sweet rice. Or let's say, even worse, putting or some insect falling in the sweet rice. It is no longer enjoyable. So that is rasa-abhasa. So one should not understand this pastime from wrong understanding of rasa. Okay? So they explain this verse or incident in a way that they saw Pradyumna as uddipana because Pradyumna was looking exactly like his father Krishna but felt conjugal attraction towards Krishna only. Okay? So that is to be understood because their attraction was towards Krishna only. This is one. And Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur explained in prima facie, like means just after appearance of Pradyumna, they thought him to be Krishna, but by going near they understood that this is Pradyumna, our son. And then they showed maternal affection only on him. Okay? So this is another Acharya explaining this. And so why this is important to notice is because according to the theory that, or the proper theory, the concept, the way the rasa is presented by Srila Rupa Goswami, in one personality, the incompatible rasas cannot be there together. Like milk and salt cannot be there together in one preparation, right? So similarly, same personality cannot have, and in eternal spiritual world, the eternal pastimes, these rules are very naturally followed. And Yogamaya makes sure that there is no rasa-abhasa either for Krishna or any of his eternal perfected associates there. And their trend is to be followed by us also during our sadhana. I will give one example, but before that let me explain that just like the mātṛ-bhāvam or conjugal love towards Krishna and the vatsalya-bhāv or parental love towards Krishna cannot exist within the same personality, then it will be rasa-abhasa, because these two moods are incompatible. This should not be understood as those who are maternally affectionate towards Krishna are contrary towards or inimical towards those who are conjugally affectionate towards Krishna. This is not the meaning. The meaning is within same personality, these two moods cannot take place simultaneously. Otherwise it will create rasa-abhasa. Another thing is even the sakhya and vatsalya also cannot be there in the same. Okay, some exceptions are there, like for example Sri Balramji, it is mentioned, or Yudhishthir Maharaj for example is also mentioned to have vatsalya gandhi sakhya. That means their main mood is sakhya, that means friendship towards Krishna, and because they are little elder to Krishna, there is natural taking care kind of attitude, which can be said as a tinge of vatsalya. Okay, this doesn't create rasa-abhasa though, because whenever the pastime requires, the Balramji's protective side comes out. Guess when this happens? Huh? Any guesses when this happens? What? Yes, in Pralambasura's pastimes it happened, but can you specify what exactly was Balramji's mood? When Balramji was killing Pralambasur, Balramji became little worried. Why he was worried? Srila Vishwanath Thakur explains that he is saying, my younger brother, what about him? He is not thinking about himself. Oh, this demon is with me. There could be his partner also. This demon's partner could be there troubling Krishna. So he was kind of in a protective, like elder brother kind of has a fatherly disposition towards the younger brother. So that is natural. But that is not counted as rasa-abhasa, by the way, because it's not full-fledged fatherly attitude. Okay, it's just a protective aspect of the fatherly disposition. Okay, whenever Krishna is in trouble, Balramji gets into this mood. Otherwise, his constant mood is sakhya only. Okay, play with Krishna, give enjoyment to Krishna by wrestling with Krishna and doing other things with Krishna, doing all sorts of sports, herding cows with Krishna. This is his mainstay, as they say. And the protective mood comes out when Krishna is in trouble. Okay. But at the same time, it should be noted that the full-fledged fatherly attitude and full-fledged friendship cannot exist in the same person. So Rupa Goswami gives one example of rasa-abhasa. A devotee should not pray, practicing devotee should not pray like this. Like he gives one example. In first line, there is one shloka. First line says, "Oh Krishna, I want to embrace you like a friend." And second line says, "Oh Krishna, I want to smell your head like a father." So such kind of prayer is not accepted by Krishna. So therefore Jiva Goswami writes, "Atha kenapi upayena mana Krishna niveshayat." So by whatever means, whatever mood, one should engage one's mind in Krishna. So Jiva Goswami writes in the commentary that kenapi ekatarena upayena, with one mood, which is not contrary to, without any mixture of any contrary mood. With that mood one should approach Krishna. Ekatarena bhavena. Okay? So these mothers of Pradyumna, they have ekatar bhav only for Krishna, because they are already nitya siddha, eternal associates. But even those who are aspiring for the practicing devotees, they should aspire for one particular ekatarena bhavena Krishne mana niveshayat, mano niveshayat. Okay? So, all right. So why are we discussing this? Because Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, it is mentioned that anybody who would come up with any composition, whether drama or whether a verse, it should follow two rules, then only Mahaprabhu would relish it. Otherwise, Mahaprabhu would disapprove it. Siddhanta viruddha ara rasa-abhasa Shunite na hai prabhur manete ullas. Siddhanta viruddha means something which is contrary to the truth. Siddhanta, the Achintya Bhedabhed philosophy or the entirety of our philosophy. If something is against that, Mahaprabhu is not happy with that composition or that kind of attitude, even within a practitioner. And rasa-abhasa that we discussed. The entire, if you want to go study it in the details, it is in Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu and Nectar of Devotion, the summary study by Srila Prabhupada. But I am just taking only that excerpt which is relevant for us for today's conversation. All right. So now we will discuss the concept of uddipana. What is uddipana? So these wives of Krishna, queens of Krishna, they are so much devoted to Krishna that seeing similar features in Pradyumna, they become transcendentally attracted towards Krishna in conjugal affection. They are reminded of Krishna, and then they are reminded of their service in conjugal love to Krishna. So that is called uddipana. So what is uddipana? We will understand the definition. This is from Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, also quoted by Srila Prabhupada in Chaitanya Charitamrita, Madhya Leela. I think this is in Sanatan Shiksha, I guess. Uddipanastu te prokta bhavam uddipayantiye. Uddipanas are those which trigger our emotion for Krishna. Bhavam uddipayantiye. Trigger our emotion, trigger the devotee's emotion for Krishna. Te tu Krishna chandrasya gunas cheshta prasadanam. What are all those things which increase our remembrance of Krishna or invoke our emotions for Krishna? We are performing bhakti so that our heart becomes, what is it called? Melted by the emotions towards Krishna. That is exactly the sadhana bhakti is. The practice of devotional service is to attain bhava for Krishna. And what is bhava? Samyak, the ruchibis chitta masrunya krudaso bhava uchyate. When our heart starts melting with the desire to meet, serve and have loving exchanges with Krishna, then it is called bhava stage. Okay. So right now also we may have sometimes desire to serve Krishna and have loving exchange with Krishna. But if the heart is not melting, that is still called the practice stage. That's not the bhava stage. In bhava stage, the heart starts melting, actually starts melting by the emotions towards Krishna. The desire to serve Krishna melts one's heart. And to achieve that, we are performing the practice of devotional service, the sadhana bhakti. So what are all those different things that invoke Krishna's remembrance or our emotions towards Krishna? Gunas cheshta prasadanam, Krishna's different qualities. So when we hear pastimes, the specific qualities of Krishna, they strike a chord inside our heart. Like Krishna telling, Krishna expressing gratitude to Draupadi. Like he is saying, I cannot repay Draupadi. So this shows gratitude of Krishna, which invokes certain emotion in our own heart also towards Krishna. Oh, that means if I also do little service, Krishna will never forget it. So this verse says that Krishna is expressing his gratitude towards Draupadi. Krishna says that one time Draupadi chanted my name, like, Hey Nath, Hey Ramanath, Hey Brajnath, with such a desperation in that assembly where she was being insulted. So that name that she chanted, that is like, I am indebted to her eternally because of that debt. And Krishna is saying that what happens when you cannot repay the debt? It is compounded, right, with interest. And what happens when it crosses the mortgage that you had kept? Yeah, he's sent to prison. So therefore Krishna is imprisoned in the heart of such devotee. He's imprisoned. So now he is sold out. He cannot repay. And the debt is increasing. And it is going beyond the mortgage also. The mortgage is Krishna's love for the devotees. It is going beyond that also. So now Krishna says, I am sold out now. What is it called when they auction? So Krishna stands himself for the auction. So who is ready to purchase me now? I am sold out, So that is how he expresses gratitude towards Draupadi. And this quality of Krishna, it invokes emotion in the heart of any listener. So therefore it is called as uddipana. Uddipan, the easiest translation in English, proper translates it as awakening or exciting or invoking. Okay? Cheshta prasadhanam, Krishna's activities, different activities of Krishna. Prasadhanam, different outfits that Krishna is wearing. Different colorful outfits. The pagdi that he is wearing, the uttariya that he is wearing, the pitambar that he is wearing, the mala that he is, Vaijayanti mala that he is wearing. All these are uddipans, and one should fix one's mind. Automatically one's mind is attracted to Radha Krishna's beauty. So they serve as uddipan. Smita, Krishna's beautiful smile. That smile invokes a desire to serve Krishna more. It is mentioned that when Brahmaji saw the different gopas, Krishna has become different gopas during one whole year, and then suddenly Krishna manifests those Vishnu forms. Instead of gopas, now he sees the Vishnu forms. And all of them are smiling so beautifully with their reddish lips and their smiles emanating the whitish effulgence of his pearl-like teeth. So it is mentioned that the red color in this world represents passion. This is transcendental passion because it is Krishna's smile and Krishna's lips. So it creates a desire in the heart of a devotee to serve him. And the teeth, which are having whitish effulgence, which can be compared to which guna in this world? Sattva guna. What does sattva do? It maintains things. So when we see Krishna's beautiful smile, the whitish effulgence from his pearl-like teeth maintain our desire or sustain our desire to serve. Means it's not that when we see him, we get the desire and then we go home and then we forget about it. No, I mean, it creates and it sustains like that. So, Smita, Anga Saurabhe, also Krishna's fragrance. Vamsha, Shrunga, Nupura, Kambhava, all these are Uddipan. Vamsha means Krishna's flute. Among all Krishna's Uddipans, flute is considered the highest. Okay. Shrunga is the buffalo horn that Krishna uses. Nupur is Krishna's ankle bells. And Kambhava means conch shell. But it is to be noted that here Krishna, in general it is talked about Krishna. In one class, one devotee was explaining Krishna coming back to Dwarka from Hastinapur. And what is the first thing that Krishna does when he reaches the border of Dwarka? He blows the conch shell. And the speaker asked, how many of you are eager to hear Krishna's conch shell? And the devotees went, Hari Bol! So then the speaker said, then all of you are not Brajvasis, you are Dwarkavasis. Because you are eager to hear Krishna's conch shell. Brajvasis are eager to hear Krishna's flute. Krishna doesn't blow conch shell in Vraja. So anyway, I got Uddipana of that that particular lecture. So of course, not all Uddipans are for everybody. Like Krishna's babyhood, the babyhood form is Uddipan for Vatsalya Bhav devotees or aspirants of Vatsalya Bhav devotees. It's not an Uddipan for conjugal Bhav devotees. Okay. Nor is it Uddipan for Sakhya Bhav devotees. What will they do with crawling Krishna when they themselves are also crawling? So, anyway, Padanka Kshetra Tulsi Bhakta Tad Vasaradaya. Padanka, Krishna's lotus footprints. So many devotees have Krishna's lotus footprints also for their meditation. So so you have on his left foot you have conch shell, you have sky mark, then the unstrung bow, and then hoof print, then a triangle, then 4 pots. All of these represent very beautiful qualities also. And then there is a crescent of moon, and then there is a fish. And on right foot we have a upward going line, a barley grain, a chakra, the wheel, and a lotus, a chhatra means umbrella, and flag, and the elephant. What do you control with the elephant with? Ankush. What is it called? Goad, yeah. So it is said each of them have special significance. If you meditate on the goad on the Krishna's lotus feet, it controls our mind, doesn't let us wander to anything other than Krishna, but only towards Krishna. So like that. Then there is octagon, and then there are 4 jamun fruits and 4 swastik marks. So these are padanka. So when gopis see that, they are in the emotions of conjugal love invokes in their hearts. And Radharani says that just as Krishna's face is attractive to me, similarly are Krishna's lotus footprints. There is no difference for Radharani for Krishna's face and Krishna's footprints. Kshetra means Vrindavan Dham is also uddipana. So Srila Prabhupada writes, I remember Srila Prabhupada is writing that Vrindavan is a place where one can naturally remember Krishna. Because everywhere you see pastime places of Krishna, the names of Radha Krishna written on every tree here, unlike the billboards in Bombay, where so, or Delhi probably, I don't know. So, and Tulasi, the Tulasi leaves, they also remind us of Krishna, because she is always at the lotus feet of Krishna. And Bhakta, Krishna's devotees remind us of Krishna, so they are also uddipana. So when we see devotees, we automatically remember Krishna. One time, one of my friend, he was in one of the classes, he was asking His Holiness Jayadvaita Swami Maharaj that time we were working. So he said that, Maharaj, when I am here in the temple, I think of my office. And when I am at my office, I think of the temple. What should I do? So Maharaj said, better you spend your time in your office. Of course, it was in a joking manner that because staying in office, you are remembering Krishna and the temple. So we are where our mind is. So if that is serving as uddipana for you to remember Krishna, so better stay in your office. Tad Vasaradaya. Vasara means the Janma Tithi or Ekadashi. Or now the Brahmotsav is upcoming, right? The Ram Navami, the 49th anniversary of Shri Krishna Balram, Shri Radha Shyam Sundar Lalita Vishaka, Shri Gaur Nitai. So these Vasaras, these days, they are full of uddipana for Krishna. So I will mention one very beautiful verse with your permission. This is Srila Prabodhananda Saraswati Thakur is writing. Krishna Paksho Navakuvalayam Krishna Saras Tamalo Nilambodas Tavaruchipadam Namarupaisha Krishna Krishne Kasmat Tava Vimukhata Mohana Shama Murtao Ityuktva Tvam Prahasita Mukhim Kimnu Pashyami Radhe. This is a prayer at the lotus feet of Srimati Radharani. So Prabodhananda Saraswati, in the mood of maid servant of Radharani, making this prayer. What is this prayer? So here Tungavidya Sakhi is trying to break the man of Radharani. She is upset with Krishna for some reason because of being late at the rendezvous meeting. So Krishna is begging to the Sakhis that please, it's not in my hand to break the man. What is it called? Pick or some sulkiness, yeah. The sulkiness of Radharani. So you please help me. So now she's approaching Radharani and saying, so, oh Radharani, Krishna Paksho, you like the waning fortnight. Oh, sorry, waxing fortnight. Krishna Paksha is waning, sorry. Waning fortnight, where from Purnima to Amavasya, the moon starts waning, right? So you like waning fortnight because it is called Krishna Paksha. It has Krishna in it. You like Nava Kuvalayam. Kuvalayam is blue lotus. You like blue lotuses, why? Not only because they're cool and beautiful, because they remind Radharani of Krishna. Then you like Krishna Sar. Krishna Sar is another name for a deer. Why? Because it also has Krishna in it. Tamalo, and you love tamal trees. This is a tamal tree, right? So you like tamal tree because the complexion of tamal tree reminds you of Krishna. Neelam Bodhas, you like monsoon cloud. Tava Ruchi Padam, as soon as you see them, you start becoming excited. Nama Rupaisha Krishna, what to speak of that? Even the river Yamuna, which is blackish and which is also known by the name Krishna, Akaranta. So if given all these things, how is it that unto Krishna you are sulky? So therefore please allow him your visit. So that's the prayer. And then hearing this, when will I see you smiling? Then Radharani smiles at this convincing argument. Oh, you like Krishna Paksha. Oh, you like Krishna Kamal. You like Krishna, the river. Then why do you not like Krishna? So, and then I would like to conclude with what can we do as practicing devotees to manage our uddipans. Do we have 5 minutes? We can. So I will quickly go through this, I promise. So how to, sometimes they say that some negative uddipans come, like some old memory or some old thing that I was attached to before coming to devotional life, and then they bring in some very strong emotions, maybe some childhood trauma or whatever it is, maybe earlier unknowingly engaging in some sin or something. So some negative triggers, uddipan, okay, yeah, trigger could be the word which is colloquially used for uddipan, okay. So some triggers, unnecessary triggers. I don't want these thoughts, I don't want these desires, but they're invoked when I come across certain person or certain object or certain activity or certain words and they remind me of some non-Krishna conscious things, and then my mind goes into a recursive phase and they keep coming. So what to do in those situations? So Srimad Bhagavatam helps us. First thing is we have to avoid those triggers. Ashrutat, adrushtat, ashrutat bhavat na bhava upajayate. We are never tormented by things which we haven't seen or which we haven't heard. That means if we don't hear about it and stay away from those things, then it is natural that they won't invoke any emotion in us, or at least they will not refresh it or strengthen it. Okay, some memory may be residual in our mind, but it won't be refreshed by continuous exposure. So avoiding triggers. Second thing is we have to redefine those triggers. Just like if I am feeling lusty, seeing the opposite gender, then what I try to do is I should try to redefine the trigger, saying that, oh, this is Draupadi, this is Devahuti, this is Kunti. Automatically the pure feelings come in the heart, that the feelings of respect, or if you like, Draupadi Dasi or Devahuti Dasi, or for Mataji is the similar way. You can think, if you see a brahmachari, maybe Shuklambar brahmachari, you can or some Prabhuji, you can think of Arjun or Yudhishthir. So then naturally the trigger is redefined now, and the more elevated feelings come in the heart, and then we naturally lose the attachment to the old residual lower kind of feelings that were invoked, and we invoke now the better feelings. And the third and the last one, we need to I need to completely absorb myself with the positive Krishna conscious triggers. That means Krishna's name. Srila Prabhupada says, easiest way to remember Krishna is always do Krishna Naam Sankirtan. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. And making Vrindavan as our home, or making our home as Vrindavan. Either way. So, so that way, bring some Krishna conscious objects and decorate our home with that. Jedina gruhete bhajana dekhi, gruhete goloko bhai. So home becomes Vrindavan, and for some fortunate ones, the Vrindavan becomes home. So either way, the uddipan, we are surrounded by the uddipan. And for that we need blessings. We need blessings of Vaishnavas, Guru Vaishnavas for that. So that otherwise we will be surrounded by triggers, but it won't generate any emotion in the heart. We may carry Krishna's photo all day throughout, but it won't create any emotion in the heart unless we have blessings of Vaishnavas, blessings of spiritual master through sincere service. So, what is that? Nama kripa vina prema na upajay. This is Namacharya Haridas Thakur's case where Maya Devi herself comes to seek his blessings. So Kaviraj Goswami writes that one should not feel surprised that how come Maya come to Haridas Thakur. So he says that it's a siddhanta that without sadhu's krupa, the emotions will not come out in the heart. So this first thing is sadhu krupa, and secondly from our side, making resolutions, the drudha vrata or the parishrama. That means Društva parishramam Krishna, krupaya sitso bandhane. So seeing the efforts of Mother Yashoda, Krishna decided to come under her control. So similarly, same goes for practitioners, that Krishna is very happy when we take some resolutions, and which trains our mind in a proper track, which trains our consciousness to have the proper intention, because without proper intention, the nice thoughts will not come. Usually it happens that I try to subdue the negative thoughts, but thought is like a train. We cannot stop the train which is speeding up towards us, like jumping on the track and doing like this. We cannot stop the train. It will just run over us. So similarly, our thought train is even more powerful than a running train. So all we can do is we need to know the switch. Like what do? They pull the lever and the track is changed, right? And without our extraneous efforts, instead of going towards the sense gratification, the mind can go towards Krishna. So these resolutions are like training the mind. So, all right, so that was all I wanted to say. So, thank you so much, and all the, yes, Prabhuji. First I will thank all of you, and I'm very grateful. I apologize for any mistakes.
No. It was a lot of emotions are there. A lot of people experiencing many emotions, but the servant, Shruta Kirti Prabhu, told one time, I think to Prabhupada, that I'm seeing the devotees are chanting and dancing with great emotion and love for you, but I'm not feeling that love. Can you tell us the purport of that?
I did that, yes. I was in Los Angeles and 100 devotees at the gate, everyone crying, laughing when Prabhupada came in. I had been with him for a year, so I didn't have those feelings. And I told him later on during massage, and he didn't say anything to me. So then I was even more devastated because I exposed myself. Anyway, he bathed, he took prasadam, he took rest, and then he rang the bell. And I came in the room and he said, "Do you like your service?" I said, "Yes, Prabhupada, very much." He said, "That's love." He said, "Service is love." So at our point, we can say so many things, we can speak, but actions, as we say, actions speak louder than words. So our business always is service, and that's how we show our emotion, our affection.
Thank you so much. That was the actual class, by the way. Mine was just a preparation for that.
It was related, so I had to say it.
It was so beautiful. Thank you. Yes. So I seek all of your blessings. I'm just nobody. I'm just a toddler speaking.
I thought I'd better ask a question because I have to leave today, but I'll be back in a few months. I'll miss you all here. As I get it right, if the opposite gender is a trigger, it is better to respect them as a spiritual entity than to have disgust for them just because.
Yes.
Correct.
That's true.
You elaborate on that a little?
Yes. Like hatred is a completely demoniac emotion, actually speaking. Krishna says that damba darpa abhimanasya krodha parushya mevacha. Parushya means hatred, and parushya means that kind of hard-heartedness. So that's not a spiritual emotion, and therefore everybody needs to be respected, and that respect is actually going to nourish my devotional creeper. Srila Rupa Goswami writes that the devotional creeper is a sukumara. The sukumara means very delicate, and therefore anything that makes the heart harsh, the devotional creeper will not. If you see the creepers, they grow in a soft soil. If it is a rocky land, the creeper cannot grow there. So therefore it's a natural disposition towards whoever it is, Vaishnavas, Vaishnavis, belonging to anywhere, any place. They are devotees of Krishna. So it is mentioned that it is the Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur mentions that the more we see the devotion in others, the more our devotion gets nourished. So to see the opposite gender as directly Krishna Dasi or Radharani's maid servant of Krishna's maid servant or Yashoda Maiya's maid servant, that is actually the reality. And we are just adhering to that reality. And we are getting the blessings from them. So that is my little understanding on this.
Wonderful.
Hare Krishna. So thank you all of you. I seek all of your blessings. I spoke many things, but please don't mind. Hare Krishna. So we will conclude here. Jai Granthara Srimad Bhagavatam ki, Srila Prabhupada ki, Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda ki, Nitai Gaur Premanande.